My name is Matt Caddo, Senior Fellow Public Policy with the American Kratom Association. If there's one thing that I can leave with you, it is that 7-OH and its synthetics and semi-synthetic counterparts are not kratom. And as you evaluate kratom, you need to look closely at that. One of the leading manufacturers of 7-OH products publicly said that the way that they extract 7-OH from the leaves is they use pull shock chemicals, highly concentrated chlorine and baking soda. That is not kratom, and it needs to be explained and pulled apart when these discussions take place. The reason that the FDA today is not focused on natural kratom leaf products and specifically are targeting 7-OH and its synthetic derivatives is because they conducted a dose finding study, which I've submitted to you, and that found that kratom was safe at well tolerated at all dose levels. And there's a follow-on human abuse potential study that's ongoing with the FDA right now. It would be premature for anything to happen in Nevada until that's concluded. Chair Park was right. Any death is tragic. But if you look at the NIDA and FDA web pages, they identify kratom deaths as rare. And when they do occur, they're because of polydrug use and adulterated products. The CDC data on the deaths that are related to kratom, they found that of the deaths that were metrogene only identified by medical examiners, they used more sophisticated testing and found for the blood samples available, they were polydrug use. The CDC has recommended that we should have standardized postmortem death investigations to make sure we get good information. The FDA adverse event reporting system looks at every single adverse event and every death, and they've evaluated and looked at whether there are clusters of deaths related to kratom, and their determination to date is there is no reason to intervene for a black box warning on any of that. The NMS Labs that was referenced earlier has identified in a peer-reviewed published literature that there is no toxic level of metrogene, and they give you a 100 nanograms per milliliter as a level of concern, not that it causes any death. The board should not collapse natural leaf kratom and dangerous 7-OH products into one category. They have to be separated, and our consumer-based organization would support 7-OH scheduling. Thank you very much.